In sports, especially in football, there is a lot of trash talk. It is almost expected. It makes the game more exciting and gives us some great moments. Although when it comes to trash talk, there is just one rule. If you talk the talk, then you have to walk the walk. When players fail that one rule, it never turns out good. So in this video, we will be looking at when NFL players trash talk and it goes horribly wrong. On January 20th, 2013, in the AFC Championship, the Baltimore Ravens beat the New England Patriots 28-13. After the game, Ravens star linebacker Terrell Owens said this about the Patriots: "Those are the most arrogant pricks in the world." And he told Tom Brady to go enjoy the Pro Bowl. About 10 months later, on October 1st, 2013, during an E60 interview, Terrell Owens said this about Tom Brady:
"What do you think of Tom Brady?"
I don't think that's appropriate for camera. I don't like him. He don't like me. I don't like his hair. I don't like his smug attitude. But then again, he probably don't like my ass attitude. So everybody just seemed to worship the guy so much. Not me though.
The feud between these two players actually started in 2009, when Brady received a roughing the passer call against Terrell Owens. Since then, Owens has been on top of the world, winning Defensive Player of the Year in 2011, then in 2012, beat Tom Brady and won a Super Bowl, while Brady has been slowly declining ever since his Super Bowl loss in 2007. After Terrell Owens beat Tom Brady, he finally has the upper hand and is taking advantage of it, talking all the trash he wants. But this is Tom Brady, the man that takes everything personal. He wants his revenge. And if he ever gets another chance to play Suggs, he will get it. It is week 16 in the 2013 NFL season. The 8-6 Baltimore Ravens versus the 11-4 New England Patriots. The next matchup between Tom Brady and Terrell Owens since the AFC Championship. To this point in the season, Tom Brady is playing like he always is, dominating the AFC East, putting together great comebacks, and racking up great stats. He led the Patriots to the third best offense in the entire league. Although Terrell Owens was playing just as good, ever since Owens was drafted, he has consistently been a wrecking force to the opposing offenses. Nothing changed heading into the 2013 season, recording 7 sacks in his first 5 games, and in week 4 had a 17-tackle game. He was destroying his opponents week in and week out. Adding to that, the Ravens defense was playing great. From weeks 2 to 15, they allowed only an average of 18 points per game. That ranked 4th in the entire NFL during that time span. If Tom Brady wants to get his revenge on Terrell Owens, he is going to have to play great against one of the best defenses in the entire NFL. Finally, it is time for the two teams to go at it.
3rd and 4. Brady. And out of the backfield, Marine is across. Play action. And the pass to Edelman. And he's drilled. This time behind the line, they get. Brady thought about going deep instead. And Brady right on the pressure. Brady. Hits the.
Tom Brady played great, and the Patriots demolished the Ravens, 41-7. Terrell Owens did get a sack in the game, but when he sacked Brady, the Ravens were already down 20-0. It pretty much meant nothing to the outcome of the game. Adding even more to that, if we take a look at this list, it shows the top 10 worst losses in Ravens franchise history. This game came in at 3rd. After Tom Brady was called out by Terrell Owens, Brady handed the Ravens their 3rd worst loss in franchise history. That level of dominance carried out for the rest of Terrell Owens' career. They played 2 more times, and Brady got the best of him each game. The last time they played, Tom Brady dropped over 400 yards on the Ravens defense, the 11th most in his 22-year career, which shows us one of the most important lessons in football. Try not to trash talk this man. With that, let's look at when a legendary wide receiver talked trash to an all-time great cornerback. In 2010, Terrell Owens was playing great and was one of the best players on his team. With his great play coming back, so did his notorious high level of confidence. Heading into Week 12, a matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets, Terrell Owens decided to call out Jets cornerback Darrelle Revis, saying that he is just an average cornerback.
It's just average corner to me. Looking forward to the challenge just like he's looking forward to the challenge.
Which for Terrell Owens is not that weird of a thing to do. He built a reputation off being bold and being completely himself no matter what. Although there is just one slight problem. He has already faced off against Darrelle Revis before. 3 times. The first time Revis was just a rookie. But then the other 2 times, Darrelle Revis shut down Terrell Owens, holding him to under 35 yards in each matchup. Adding even more to that, Darrelle Revis not only shut down Terrell Owens twice, but he was the very best cornerback in the entire league. In 2009, he earned an All-Pro award and held all of these players to under 35 yards. That dominance continued into 2010, shutting down players like Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, and Demaryius Thomas. Heading into this Week 12 matchup, Revis is by far the best cornerback in the league. Despite all of that, Terrell Owens still called Darrelle Revis an average cornerback. Although to be fair, this is a new year and a new Terrell Owens. He left the Bills and joined the Bengals, got an upgrade at the quarterback position, and finally was playing like his normal self. There is no questioning it. Terrell Owens is a matchup nightmare. He can be a cornerback in almost any way possible. Adding to that, he actually played good against good competition. In Week 4, he caught for over 200 yards. In Week 5, he put up 102 yards and a touchdown against Rondé Barber and Aqib Talib. Then in Week 9, against the very best defense in the entire NFL, Terrell Owens caught for over 141 yards and 2 touchdowns. Finally, it is time to see if Darrelle Revis can prove Terrell Owens wrong and show that he is just not an average cornerback.
2nd and 2, Palmer under pressure. Terrell Owens far their own 47. Palmer, Owens in space, hit by Smith. Palmer with time, looking for Terrell Owens, underthrew him. Ocho Cinco thinking about throwing. For Owens, can't. Palmer just heaves it up, nice adjustment.
Revis Island claimed another victim. For his 3rd time, Terrell Owens was shut down by Darrelle Revis, only catching 3 balls for 17 yards. It even got to the point where Carson Palmer did not dare to throw the ball downfield to Terrell Owens when Revis was covering him. To show how dominant Revis was, if we look at this list, it shows the top 10 least amount of receiving yards in a game Terrell Owens has had in his career. This game ranks 6th, and in 3rd is also Revis from the season before. Darrelle Revis was called an average cornerback by Terrell Owens and then proceeded to shut him down for 4 quarters. Now after that, let's look at when a player learned the hard way on why not to trash talk Rob Gronkowski. In 2014, Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski was playing amazing. After 2 injury-riddled seasons, Rob Gronkowski was back to being the fearless tight end we all know and love. So heading into Week 11 on Sunday Night Football, the 7-2 Patriots versus the 6-3 Colts. It seemed like it was another game for Gronk to be dominant in. And it went like that for the most part up until this play on a 3rd down and 3 with 5 minutes and 38 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Gronk makes a catch and gets very chippy with the defensive back trying to tackle him. This is Sergio Brown, and to understand the significance of this play, we have to go back in time. The history between these 2 players started in 2010. Both joined the Patriots in their rookie years. They were actually teammates for the first 2 years of their careers. But in 2012, Sergio Brown was cut by the Patriots and signed with the Colts. Then in Week 11 of the 2012 season, the Patriots and the Colts faced off. In the 4th quarter, during a meaningless extra point attempt, Rob Gronkowski tried to block Sergio Brown. Gronk did his job, but in the play, he broke his forearm. That sidelined Gronk for 8 games. Sergio Brown was responsible for Gronk's first injury in the NFL and missing his first NFL game. Now fast forward to present time. This is the 2nd matchup between Gronk and Sergio Brown since the injury in 2012. To no surprise, there was a lot of bad blood in the water. Sergio Brown was trash-talking Gronk the entire game, getting in his face after this play, clapping in the Patriots' face after this play, and then causing a pass interference in this play. Keep in mind, the Colts are down, but Sergio Brown did not care. He kept trash talking. Finally, on a 1st and goal, Rob Gronkowski had enough.
And they give it to Gray, and Gray for the 4th time.
He just finishes this block well after the touchdown signal was called. Drives him right off the field and into the television truck. And I think Gronk, you see him flapping his fingers saying, that guy's been talking all game.
After all the trash talking and all the bad history between these two, Rob Gronkowski finished it by sending Sergio Brown out of the game. Gronk happily took an unnecessary roughness penalty and on the sideline was saying he was talking way too much trash. To finish it off, Rob Gronkowski described the situation in the perfect way. He said, "I took him and threw him out of the club. I was the bouncer, picked him up, and tossed him out of the club on that one touchdown. So that was perfect." With that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.